Welcome to another episode of the official Catchup, and today it's myself, Shaun and Chris again. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Good. We're joined today by Ian Little, manager down at Berwick Rangers. How you doing today, Ian?
I'm good, Chris and Shaun. Thanks very much for inviting me onto the programme.
No problem. It's good that gives the fans across the league and obviously Berwick a chance to get some of your thoughts on the season so far, moving forward, and also to get a little bit of an insight into your own career and how you're filling your time with everything that's going on just now. So yeah, it's a welcome relief, I think, for everybody's getting through the day to day at the moment. So thank you very much for coming on.
No problem.
I suppose we'll just I'll just kick straight off and find out how you're doing yourself, how you're filling your time during the sort of coronavirus lockdown that we're going through. You finding it okay? You managing?
Yeah, managing my life prior to that was quite busy anyway, hectic with football, kids, family life, a lot. So maybe it's like a wee bit of downtime, but anyone who's married will understand that the wives have always got a wee duties list for you to do around the house. So still busy. So try to take the family time in as much as I can.
That's brilliant. And what about the team? Are you managing to keep in contact with the rest of the coaches and the players? Okay.
Definitely the coaches, we always got a wee bit banter still going on just now, but I find it quite difficult with the players. You didn't really, keep pestering them at this time. They want to keep them safe with their families, and probably football's the last thing on their mind. But the coaches certainly keep in contact all the time, and we spoke to the players and gave them the information that they need. So I think that at the moment it's time for them to stay put and be safe with their families.
No, absolutely, and everybody's got a different approach to it at the moment. But yeah, you're quite right. It's all about priorities just now, and staying home and staying safe with the family. It's good that you're letting the players have time to do that during this time, obviously. So, looking at yourself, obviously, you've had a bit of a storied career yourself, both playing and within the manager ranks. We'll just sort of cover off a little bit of that, I suppose. The biggest stints of your playing career were obviously down at Alloa and Berwick Rangers. How did you find playing for those two sides?
I probably had my most successful time at Alloa. I'd really just jumped from full time for a couple of years and had went there, posting probably at my peak there. So I really enjoyed it. It was a really good club. Back with one of my old bosses again in Terry Christie. And with a lot of good success, probably my most successful period in football, to be fair with you.
And then you made that switch over to Berwick. How did that end up coming about?
I actually had a wee chance to try and stay full time a wee bit just before I went to Alloa. I'd went and loan for a wee spell there, but it's something I wanted to pursue and stay full time. I enjoyed it, but I ended up saying probably no, go back to my normal life, working again. And I had 5 great years there, and a change of manager. Terry had probably just, after speaking to me, had probably said that I'd maybe done an extra 2 years I shouldn't have done. Because it does take a lot on you, and you lose a bit of family time in that. So, Tam Hendry actually came in and taken the job over. So, I actually played with Tam at Meadowbank when I was 16. So I knew a lot about Tam, and I'd actually trained at St Mirren when I was sort of at Alloa part time. I was training there, trying to get a wee move full time at the same time, but things didn't materialise there. I ended up going up to the SPL top league. St Mirren turned doing a great job, but when they came to Alloa, it was just possibly just bad timing for them. For me, I think it was just time for them to move. I just bought a house and stuff like that, so thinking about family side of it. And a big factor for me actually going to Berwick was Gareth Hutchison. I had played with Gareth at Stennismuir, and both of us sort of went full time. And then Gareth was doing really well at Berwick, and I had an opportunity to go back and try and play more up front. So that sort of pushed me to go back down there, the chance to play up front again, and with Gareth, to be fair.
You eventually made that switch into managing down at Berwick, but before that you had a couple of stints at a couple of other clubs, is that right?
The management, I had a wee well, realistically, it was the coaching side that I was just developing in my coaching. I was really enjoying it, and I just wanted to keep that flowing, and you get through all your badges and whatnot. And anyone who's doing the coaching, it's like a 6 year to 8 year wee bug you get, and you get hooked in it, and you think you're the next best Jose Mourinho. And realistically, we're all the same kind of coaches. We all do the same stuff. It's just how you can form a team, how you shape a team, how's your luck go through in the seasons, and that's. So I was just pushing to try and keep my coaching going. So I'd be stints here and there at other clubs, and kind of did a bit headache walk for a year, which on the coaching side I really took a step forward. I had great kids at the university, very intelligent people, good list, made up a lot of good training sessions on my own. So I really enjoyed my time there. Met a great friend in BJ Coyer there, who for me he is a good coach at this moment in time, but he certainly will be a great coach, I think. There is good coaches out there. It's just trusting in them and believing them. So, but I had a wee spells here and there. I ended up going to Livingston under 20s through a friend of mine, Dave Hopkins, who I knew through the coaching sessions with the SFA. So, and it was just building up. We rapport with other people and different ways of coaching. So, I had a wee spell out of management, but I certainly kept the coaching side going.
Mm-hmm. And that the step up that you then made from under 20s to, I suppose, the men's and part-time football when you went back to Berwick, what was that like, going from managing younger guys who are sort of looking to make that step up to going back to the team that you played for and managing them full time?
Well, I was still getting a bit the first team coming down to help in the 20s player wise, so you were still getting a wee taste of the game. Ended up having a wee spell at Bonnyrigg as well. So, it wasn't as though I went straight from the kids to Berwick. I had a wee spell there at Bonnyrigg, which, like good squad, good experienced boys, all pros. So
that was in the time in the juniors for Bonnyrigg.
Yes.
What was it like? What was it like managing a team within the juniors then?
Well, I was really just coaching, just helping David White and that, and just as another coach. So I enjoyed it. Really good team, really good club. Great lad, Davey, and to be honest, he had a really good squad and good players. And then I had a wee spell at Whitehill, which, Bonnyrigg are a very successful junior team, can compete to attract players. Whitehill was a wee bit different, but nonetheless, I really enjoyed my time there. Enjoyed everybody there, and it was just, it's difficult because we ended up getting relegated. But I think we performed really well in every game. I think we competed in every game. Did we see progression? I certainly seen progression, and I'd like to think the board up there seen the progression as well. We played a lot of young kids. So yes, it disappointed. Not winning, you get relegated, but I certainly seen a bit of progress, and a bit of fight, and a bit of competitiveness about us. And as usual, sometimes it's just you're lacking a bit firepower at the top to get the goals in, and sometimes it's just the wee mistakes at the back. It can just cost you that game.
That was your first stint in sort of experience Lowland League football, wasn't it?
It certainly was, yeah.
How did you find the Lowland League, with it being still a relatively new league, but you were kind of there as teams started to make the switch over, and you seen it getting stronger and stronger?
I thought the juniors were a wee bit more, a wee bit more mature, experienced players in it, and it can be a wee bit more hustle bustle. I felt the Lowland League was a wee bit more youthful, and I think teams try to play that a little bit more football if they possibly could, depending on the pitches, obviously. But I felt it that way in that league, that the young kids were there. They were wanting to progress their game, and most teams did try and play a good football. So that was the difference I seen in that. But yeah, once it's opened up to the rest of the other teams, I said to myself, this is going to get a bit stronger, this league, which is obviously difficult for teams, clubs whose budgets are probably not the biggest. But as I said, we ended up getting relegated, but I really enjoyed my time there. It was a fantastic wee club, great helpers. Young Debbie at the club, she did everything for the club. Great energy she brought to the club, and people didn't see that. They just see the results, and they didn't see the inside of how clubs and that run. And these are the people who actually keep these clubs going.
In terms of your times at Whitehill, I think you were right. Actually, I think there was 3 managers. I think you were the last to come in, but it was a struggle last season for Whitehill. But in terms of what we saw and what we covered, it was a case of maybe the results weren't coming for you as such. But I think you did improve the team, and I think you were just in an unfortunate position of where the club was at that point in time.
Yes, the funny thing about as a coach or a manager, whatever you call yourself, is you think you can go straight in there and turn things around, but it's not as easy as that. And the more you're in the game, the more you realise that. But it was about getting in there and getting the players as relaxed as much as they can, and get the ideas to them and find out their best positions and stuff like that. And I think we did that, and I think they enjoyed it. But the hard part was every week after the game saying, look, you competed well, you've done great in the game, and unfortunately we've lost. And I always remember a game we played Spartans at home. The pitch wasn't great. We actually played quite good in football on the pitch, and they just lost a goal in the last 5 minutes of the game, and I think we ended up drawing that game, which really felt like a defeat. And it was sort of like that a wee bit all the time.
Yeah.
Last 5 minutes, and you were maybe just losing that goal, maybe by a mistake or just a lapse of concentration, and then you were beaten 2-1 after being up 1-0. And you can see it in the players, the frustration and that, but that's your part of your job. You've got to make sure and instill belief in them and say, listen, we're doing the right things. If we're lucky, which sometimes I think you need a bit of luck, the results will go for us. But it was unfortunate they ended up going all the way to the last game of the season before we actually got that victory, which was, and to be fair, the players really enjoyed it in the last game when they won the game. We were relegated, but the big difference when you win games, players just, the release is great.
Yeah, and you kind of touched on it, obviously, but is that one of the things that attracted you to Whitehill? Obviously, their history, the club there, east of Scotland. I think they've won it the most times. I think Spartans are second, but was that what attracted you? The challenge and the history of that club.
To be fair, I wasn't that bothered about going back into the management. I just wanted to do the coaching a bit. But I got to a point, and I thought, I've got to go back in it. I had a friend. I had a friend who had asked me if I'd be interested in it, and to be honest with you, I'd been asked a few times if it'd be something I'd be interested in it, and I thought, well, no, really, I want to try and stay at a higher level if I possibly could, and just a good friend of mine who had maybe asked me again. I think I'd been asked a couple of times, to be fair. I said, I'll go and have a word with them, and I spoke to the guys, and I thought they were really good, and they were enjoying what I was saying to them. So we had a wee go at it, and to be honest with you, I really enjoyed it. I really did. It is a big club, good history, and you just hope that you can get the results and things can go forward. But I think I've realised in my years of coaching now or managing, what I want to say is, things just don't turn in the space of 2 months, 3 months. It takes a wee bit longer than that. So,
first time speaking to you, but it was good to get that wee bit of back knowledge of your time at Whitehill. I know it was obviously a difficult time and stuff, mate. But as I said, I wouldn't just be saying that to you. I think you've done the best job you could have done, considering the circumstances there and how the seasons went. And as I say, I think the performances were a lot better from what I saw from maybe the start of the season to when you came in. But yeah, I just think it was a unfortunate situation and a hard job for any manager to come and take on.
Yeah, it certainly was. And another point, the club didn't want to really go down into the other league, but at the same time, they did see an attraction that there was going to be a lot of derby games with the teams round about them. So there was a plus to it, which I don't know if there is a plus to getting relegated, but that they're probably having big competitive games and good crowds now. this season, and so that side, I think we also thought would be quite interesting, or the derbies they're going to get. But that they're a very historic club. When we go in there, it's a wee bit the same. Sometimes you've got to move, you've got to change things. We asked them if we would change a few things, and we did it. We done the change rooms up a wee bit different, just to make things look different. Players are all the same. Everything's how much money can you give me? Unfortunately, Sam at Whitehall, it wasn't Sam that we had loads of, so we had to try and make an atmosphere and make a good surroundings. And I think me and my goalie coach, Mark Beveridge at the time, we done a wee bit of our own work up there and changed the changing rooms and try to just make things look a wee bit different. And the board really took on board that. And as I say, but it was just unfortunately the results and everything didn't make us stay up that year.
And I echo what Chris said there as well. It was I came down and watched a couple of the Whitehill games while you were there, and it was different to just the results you saw on paper when you actually watched the team play, which I suppose it happens quite a bit. So yeah, I totally agree with what Chris was saying there. After your time at Whitehill, you obviously ended up back at Berwick. What pulled you towards going back to Berwick? I know in the first instance you went along to support them. In circumstances being what they were, you ended up getting the first team coaching job eventually. But was it a good feeling getting invited back to Berwick? Was it something you were excited about?
It was just a level I wanted to go and be it again. The jobs are very hard to get and come by. I just maybe missed out on a second division team. I got an interview and I missed out on it. So it was just a level I wanted to be at. But yeah, I was asked if I could come down and assist, and maybe that was something I was quite keen on. Wasn't too sure about the management still. But things changed, and all of a sudden, John Brownlee came in, and I was quite happy John being the manager and me assistant, and he keep plodding along with the coaching. But the way things turned out, we ended up getting relegated, and John, I don't know, just he had a problem with his ankle at the time. I'm not sure if he was fit enough for the challenge, but he was quite more concerned about stepping down and letting somebody else go on it. But was it something I was desperate to do? Well, you always want to get back in and do what you can, but I had a few words with a few people, and they encouraged me to take the job if it was there for me, and really just want to do what's great for the club. To be fair, spending about 10 years there before, it was hard for us ex-players, and that we've seen it was hard for us all to take jumping into the league, but it is what it was, and I just wanted to try and get back in, and hopefully I could stabilise things and try and put us in the right direction. But a bit harder than what I thought it was going to be.
And you coming into the club, that wasn't the only change, obviously, that Berwick had. There's been a lot of changes behind the scenes as well. How have you found that transition this season?
As a coach and manager, you try to just concentrate on making sure everything positive in the changing room for the players and whatnot. It's hard to say. The club's probably been dipping for the last 3 or 4 years. I don't know. As I say, things need to change. Sometimes you can't stick with the same format. You've got to change it. So we started off. It was quite difficult. John Bell was in charge as the chairman, and we've got a wee bit of criticism saying how quiet social media was and the output of what was happening at the club. But it was such a big dent for the club. What had happened, and me personally, I'd say a wee bit to try and keep things in the QT so we could attract players in. And, at one point, I only had about 4 players who were probably under 19. Had all agreed to sign and stay, and it's one of these difficult situations. How can I go and broadcast that? you're not throwing out big players. So I'd sort of say that we need to try and keep it quiet until we've got some decent, experienced boys in with a name. So I could understand the fans' frustration, but I just think until we had attracted some big names or re-signing some players, that's the road we had to go down. But I think everything went. We got to manage to get a squad in. It was very difficult. It was actually, at some points you could have walked away because it was a week before the Betfred games, and I had only 11 players, and probably about 3 or 4 of them were on under 19. So, it was one panicking a wee bit, but at the same time, everything came at the last minute. And as I thought myself, I thought things could have changed quite quickly, but I didn't have a coaching staff, I didn't have a physio, so it was very tough. I didn't realise how hard it was going to be, but I've realised that it does take time. I managed to get a fan's favourite in with Kevin Haynes, who's a great big lovely lad, and managed to get my ex-friend of mine, player Richard Walker, a physio, came in. So we started to get it gradually. Probably the most difficult time I've ever had in football, to be fair, the first 3 to 4 months. So I expected too much from myself, I think, and the team and results. And it always looks like a negative from the side for fans and that, saying the results are not there, we're not winning. But unfortunately, the experience I've gained, things don't happen as quick as that.
And it definitely, you could see that it was a bit of a culture shock, a bit of shock to the system when Berwick, began the season down in the lower league. But something certainly for myself, Chris and Derek, who cover it for the official Catchup, you've been able to see noticeable improvements as the season's gone on, both with what you've said there, with activity behind the scenes as far as social media, players, but also results. There was a few games that it was quite heavy on the conceding goal side of things at the beginning of the season, and that's got stronger. And you found the back of the net issues have progressed. Is that something that you are feeling as a team that you are heading in the right direction, or is it still quite frustrating that you found yourself sort of towards the tail end of the league before the season was obviously pushed or stopped?
I think it's a bit of frustration that the seasons didn't continue for us, because I thought we had slightly started to turn that corner again. Right at the start, we're getting heavy defeats, but I think we progressed in every game or competed in every game in that Betfred Cup. It was tough for me, standing at the side of the park, seeing goals go in. But every game we played in that Betfred, I felt that we were getting better, competing, getting a better shape to us. And I've known Ray McKinnon for a while now. When he came down with his Falkirk team, and he was impressed and said, "Look, the players are there with you. They competed for you there, Ian." It says, and it's just maybe the issues, mistakes in that. So I was pleased in that aspect. It wasn't great against Ayr United. It was quite sort of take, but so many mistakes in the game. But you've got to take the positives. You've got to take that into your training. The most important things is, your encouragement you're getting from other managers and coaches, what they see against you, which is great. You've got to put a team in that park that can compete against other teams, be a threat, but also be organised. So, and as the season progressed, I think we started to in and out with players again, but the results weren't there, which made it even harder. But it's a bit like the White Hill scenario. Someone was questioning my coaching or whatever it was. We competed in every game. We looked like we could win the games, but slight mistakes, and we were getting beat, or we were just getting a draw. And these are the things you've got to speak to the players about and get them to understand that we've got to change things about and make sure we get the results. As it's went on, and we've moved players on, we've lost players. I think we just managed to get ourselves to a settled core in the team, and that's when you start maybe try to add wee bit extras to the team on top of the core, and hopefully things start winning and go in the right direction.
Dying to hear some of your thoughts on how the club's going to move forward, and once we come out the other end of this. Certainly what we will do is we'll catch up with you again once the season sort of commences and sort of get an idea about how you have came out the other side and what your plans are for the season ahead, if that works for yourself.
Not a problem, Sean. That's fine, mate.
Absolutely. Well,
get in touch.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, from myself and Chris, thanks very much for coming on and speaking to us today, mate.
No problem, Sean and Chris. Thanks very much.